draw this year, just with some other factors that had to be met with the scheduling, which means that, teams that are playing today haven't played before, and yet they've played some other teams twice already. So it just makes for, I guess, an interesting back half of the season, and we probably won't know a bit more about where teams are going to be placed until, deep towards finals.
Absolutely, and these two teams, as I mentioned, they've one win apiece, and then Myrtleford had that draw recently against Wang Magpies, so a great opportunity to notch that second win and get that closer from the bottom on the ladder.
Yeah, look, Rovers will be, they've taken it up to some teams, particularly for a really good half, and they'll be really keen to try and get a win on the board, another win on the board, particularly for this young group that they have. And today will be one game that they would definitely be looking at to try and get over the line with. But as you mentioned, Myrtleford had that fantastic game the other week against Wang. No one loves a draw, but I think they would have been pretty happy to be able to match it with the Wangaratta side, who, really top 3 or 4 side.
And it was quite a high-scoring draw as well, 51 goals apiece in that game. As we look to the team cards, we'll start with the home team in the Rovers. They're coached by Stacey Minna-Lamb. They will start with Sophia Pasquale in goal shooter, Samantha Krelcham in goal attack, sister Rebecca Krelcham in wing attack, Holly McCarthy through the centre, Ellie Miller wing defence, Lara Judd goal defence, Lily Palmer goalkeeper, and on their interchange, Samantha Braithwaite, Lily Lister and Lainey Draper. A very young outfit, and I was speaking to Minna just before we came over to broadcast, and she was saying that they've really kept with some of the top teams for a half or entering in that first half of the third quarter, and then the teams have just rolled them towards the end. So I'd say she'd be looking for a really consistent 4 quarters.
Absolutely, and that's always the challenge when you have young and up-and-coming sides. But look, there's a number of these players now that do have quite a bit of A-grade time under their belt. Even, a Holly McCarthy, who is so young, she really is a leader in this team, even though she's not one of the oldest players. But I think her presence on the court, her ability to drive through that mid-court, and the way she's plays so steady and composed, her error rate is pretty low. And I think they'll be really looking to her today to drive this ball down the court. But, even as Sophie Pasquale, she's had a fair bit of A-grade time now, and, has had some great performances and big numbers. So
last time we were here, she was shooting some goals from some really great mid-range to long-range, as well as under the post. So that variety in the circle will be big for them today.
Yeah, it will be. So I think, they've certainly got some really bright lights that are coming through. Lily Palmer is super steady back down in defence, and then you've got a couple of young guns off the bench, a Lister and a Draper. So I think, that Rovers should be really excited about what's to come, and I think if they can just chip away and try and get another couple of wins as this season progresses, that'll really just hold them in good stead going forward out of 2026.
As we look to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, they are coached by Liv Laspina. They will start with Emma Sharp in goal shooter, Claire McDonald in goal attack, Sage Bros in wing attack, Georgia Reedy in centre, Tina Way in wing defence, Taylor Cartwright in goal defence, and Neve Thorne in goalkeeper. On their bench, Charlie Parolin, Gemma Corcoran, Miller Corcoran and Zara Hazeldine. And unfortunately for the Saints, they've had a few injuries that have marred this season, but it's been a great opportunity for them as well to bring up some youth as well.
Yeah, and it's probably similar to Rovers in a lot of ways, where they've got that real balance. It's great to see Liv getting players like Zara Hazeldine and the Corcoran sisters out there and exposing them to A-grade netball. And the rolling subs are so fantastic for that. So to be able to do that, again, helps them to look beyond 2026, just gives them an experience and allows, players like Tina Way and that to come through B grade and be there as a leader, but not have to shoulder all the load.
Absolutely. The matchup, I think, on court today is going to be that through the centre of Holly McCarthy and Georgia Reedy. Georgia Reedy has that basketball background, but she's really tenacious on court and can kind of get a hand to ball out of nowhere and lots of speed on transition.
Yeah, I think it'll be a great matchup. Like I said before, Holly McCarthy just plays a very composed game. She's tall. She brings a nice amount of height to that centre position that a lot of teams don't have. But as you mentioned, Reedy has some fantastic elevation. So last time we played, we saw McCarthy. She'll go to pocket a lot, and they'll put the balls to her there, and they'll have to be careful that because Reedy will challenge those. For me, the difference here could be Sage Bros. I think the games have seen Sage play so far, she's just been able to control that court, and I think if they can try and shut her down, that will go a long way to Rovers getting a win. But I think she's key for Myrtleford. I think she creates so much play for them from the mid-court right through to their goal circle.
As we look at just the scores from last week, so Myrtleford went down 65-44 against Wodonga. They had 67 attempts on goal for 44 goals, and Rovers very similar against Yarrawonga, 68-45. Yarra putting up 77, and Rovers not missing too many. Pasquale 24 from 33, Crelcham 19 from 30. So very similar score lines as well. So I think today's is one for the taking.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to seeing who can kind of assert themselves early in this game too, or is it going to be sort of one of those games where it just stays tight the whole way through?
As the players take the court for this round 10 clash, our first quarter is brought to you thanks to Blacklocks Lavington. It will be Rovers with the centre pass to commence this game.
And Crelsham to Crelsham for the Rovers, and I expect we're going to see a lot of that today.
And Pasquale for the bounce pass and the first goal of this round 10 clash.
And there's Sage Bryce, as I said, pretty hot off the line. They'll be looking to her a lot for that transition to goal.
Oh, and Judd, two-hand rebound. Oh, Way saw it, pressured it. There's that pocket ball that you mentioned, Tam, and the 1 second release to Pasquale. Refeeds. Oh, short. Good contest under the ring from goalkeeper in Thorn. And a goal for the Rovers. Pressured centre pass. Oh, and just connects to her opposition wing attack in Bros.
Great delivery there from Sharp. She looked straight in. She knew that McDonald was on the drive, but the ball's been taken back outside the circle, so it'll be Bros just a little bit much on that one, out of reach of Sharp. So Rovers with the opportunity here on the baseline.
Palmer. Oh, long release to Judd. Long to McCarthy. Great angle. And the Rovers out to a handy 3-goal lead.
I don't think Reedy even realised she had lost the front of her dress there.
Quick few second breather for the players on court. Nice centering ball from Way to Reedy then at the top of the circle, and a nice swing from Sharp. Oh.
Well held by Sage Bros. Still a defender coming, waited for her to commit, found the space overhead, but it's Palmer on the rebound for the Rovers, so into their attacking third they go again.
Finding some really nice connections down court are the Rovers. Oh, and the splits twice.
Yeah, McCarthy almost lost her footing and managed to hold it, but Crelsham and Sammy did. They've recovered, and it's Crelsham with a shot on goal, and it scores. It takes the Rovers to 4, leading the Saints zip at this stage.
Their centre pass to come. Good option there from McCarthy, and well worked. Oh, nice handy rebound from Thorn. Speed from Bros.
Yeah, both sides really releasing the ball nice and quickly. We've seen some quite fast passing so far.
Nice feed from Bros. And a good finish from McDonald, to put the Saints on the board. The score reading 4-1 on the Blacklocks Lavington scoreboard. 3.5 minutes have gone on the NZ Albury time clock.
Strong drive there from Sharp to enter the circle. Drew the contact and made no mistake with the goal. The Saints go to 2, trailing the Rovers 4.
McCarthy. Oh, every second ball at this stage in attack for McCarthy. A mountain of work for a beautiful finish under the post from Sammy Crelcham. 5-2. Strong take from Charlie McDonald there, under pressure. And Emma Sharp finishing off nicely for the Saints, 5 goals to 3.
Bet Crowsham again. She's been their main go-to off that centre pass.
Oh,
And Roz,
pressure.
yeah, gets her hands in that and forces a turnover. So it'll be the Saints with the throw in on the sideline, right in front of the score bench. Cartwright to take it. Looks to go long.
I think that's Georgia Reedy's bib.
Again.
Again.
I think we might be calling for some tape here. Yeah. Team manager Cartwright to the rescue.
As time resumes. Oh, nice hand there from Palmer. Outside arm. Managed to keep her body nice and upright. Lovely long release.
Pinpoint pass. Just saw the space that Crowsham was popping into. Oh, a quick hands from Pasquale and Crowsham.
Footwork call, just off balance.
Sammy did well to keep possession of that. But ready to Bros. Bros is a fair way from home. To Way, they're happy just to work it around and wait for the player to open up.
Sharp brings one back for the Saints. We are a 5 goals to 4 game at this point. The Rovers leading it, but it is the the Saints with the centre pass to come. McDonald evens us up. 5 goals apiece on the Blacklocks Lavington scoreboard. Nearly 6 minutes gone in this first quarter. Miller, McCarthy.
Rovers just forced to go back. And we've got another bib malfunction. So umpire Jane Barring just getting them to hold time and asking for a fresh set of bibs. Just wrap the tape all the way around her and she'll have to play there for the game. No moving.
And I was about to say, I feel like the defensive work rate of the Saints all over the court has really stepped up in this last couple of minutes. The Rovers had a lot of space early, and then the Saints have just really pulled it back in. And Pasquale releases for the Rovers' 6th goal of this game.
Bros again. Oh, little bounce pass, but McCarthy saw it early and came through with the turnover. So Rovers, the ball back in hand. Crowsham to McCarthy. Happy to go the little short, sharp ones and work it in.
Oh, nearly. We had a really good eye on that, just on the line.
Yeah, right in front of umpire Michelle Wilson, so she wasn't going to miss that either. Bros just calling for someone to come forward to her. So defensively, Rovers, like Myrtleford, really stepped up, hands over everything, and just trying to take the space.
Which Bros found.
But had to go deep in that pocket.
Beautiful shot there from Claire McDonald. 6 goals apiece. Coming up to the halfway point in this first quarter on the NZ Albury time clock. Nice movement from Pasquale. Beautiful refeed.
Yes, the quick hands of Sammy Crowsham and McCarthy. Rovers out to 7, leading the Saints 6. Way was on the move. The umpire didn't blow the whistle.
McCarthy and Palmer teaming up nicely in that defensive end for the Rovers.
And slick ball placement to find McDonald. She was 2-on-1 under the post. They somehow managed to weave it through. Score the goal. Rovers with the ball.
Having a look at the stats from last week, McDonald scored the bulk of Myrtleford's goals, with Emma Sharp being consistent in there as well. So another youngster making waves on the A-grade court is Claire McDonald. And Pasquale takes the Rovers to 8, leading the Saints 7 on the Blacklocks Lavington scoreboard.
Mars just waited, saw the space, and great pass into the space to McDonald, but not able to sink the goal. And Palmer so reliable on those rebounds.
Certainly the height going the way of the Rovers in the circle today for both goal defence and goalkeeper at this point, which probably is one of the more unusual matchups for them. And Crelcham takes the Rovers 2-9, leading the Saints 7 on the Blackhawks Lavington scoreboard. Oh, Way. She had eyes for it, but the ball just went straight through her fingers. Great rebound from Taylor Cartwright under the post.
Yeah, front and centre.
Double play between Bros and Reedy. Lara Judd contesting all the ball with McDonald.
So McDonald, in the earlier games, the 70s, 32 goals from 46. So she's already had a fairly busy day out. So she will be limited to 2 quarters in this game. But young Zara Hazeldine is on the interchange for the Saints. And she had a day out a few weeks ago in that draw against Wangaratta. So
the Saints, and a quick feed into post. But Palmer again pulls in the rebound. Nice two-handed take.
McCarthy. Oh, the hands of McDonald just deflecting the ball out. So it will be the Rovers with the throw-in. In the centre third, Miller.
Strong body work there from Bert Crelcham in wing attack, and finds Pasquale on that baseline, who finds post. The Rovers are out to 10, leading the Saints 8 on the Blackhawks Lavington scoreboard.
Rovers with the centre pass. Sammy Crelcham to McCarthy. Big
Swing ball. Oh.
Thorne had the double tap but couldn't get it to herself or to a player, and it's Rovers with the ball. Back in hand of Pasquale. Takes them to 11, leading the Saints 8. Out to a 3-goal lead now.
Oh, that's a real coach killer, not wholly within. Particularly with the game so free-flowing now too.
Yeah, it's certainly not an error you would be expecting to see in A grade. So opportunity for Rovers here if they can sink this to go out to 4, and it's Sammy Crelcham. Post gets knocked on the way through but doesn't phase her at all. She takes the Rovers to 12. And just feel like Myrtleford really need to interrupt this little momentum swing here if they want to stay within reach.
Oh, great screen. The connection between these shooters has been building over this season. 13 plays 8 on the Blackhawks Lavington scoreboard. Just a couple minutes to go in this first quarter. And, nice long range shot there from McDonald. 13 plays 9.
McCarthy saw Pasquale and gave off the long ball. She opted to go to Sammy Crelcham. I don't know that she was any closer, but she made no mistake.
14 plays 9.
But Reedy with the ball from Myrtleford. Again, just happy to work it round and wait for someone to present. Going back to the line to reset through Way.
Both goalers then presenting in exactly the same position, and the hold-up ball from the Rovers.
Yeah, and there's a lot of movement down there. And as you said, both landing in the same space there.
Pasquale. And a beautiful shot there to finish. Just doing a mountain of work out in goal attack is Sammy Crelcham. She takes the Rovers to 15. Their centre pass to follow. Reedy hand to it. It is the Rovers deep in that corner opposite us.
great awareness between these Rovers shooters. Really conscious of where the other shooter is. You can see them working off each other.
Oh, there's the height mismatch there.
And just a bit of a flat shot there from Pasquale. She does shoot it fairly flat, but Krelsham doesn't, and she sinks it. No dramas. 16, it plays 9.
1 minute left in this first quarter, thanks to Blacklock's Lavington.
Really quick transition there, but both Myrtleford shooters just getting stuck behind the defenders, not able to find a front position.
I think Coach Minalam will be really happy with the work rate of the Rovers and their capacity to create turnover. The Saints connecting with goal. 16 plays 10. Great hold up there from Krelsham to find Pasquale on the pass. 17 plays 10. Not long left. Seconds to go. Can Myrtleford get one on the board before the strike of quarter time? Bros finds McDonald on the baseline. And the Rovers like it. There is the hooter for quarter time. The score reads 17 plays 10. We will be back after the break. This is O&M Live Netball, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
SS&A, this is your place.
All right. I love you. Have a good shift.
The all-new Nissan Navara, built for the grid shift.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Explore where your new home begins. Discover our designs. Discover local land. Discover what's possible. Visit Sundancer Homes' new sales centre and showroom at 482 Kiowa Street, Albury.
I reckon I'll go mid.
Carlton Dry 3.5. Embrace the mid.
Goes out to all the athletes, the fitness buffs, and the huff and puffs. On your marks, get set. Find your perfect fit at the athlete's foot.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
Taylor Cartwright and Tina Way as well, just to change up the bodies in there. And Hazeldean gets the Saints on the board in this second quarter. Thanks to Avis Aubrey Wangaratta, it is 18 plays 11.
And Crelsham, she just turns and shoots with such confidence.
Oh, nice connection there between Reedy and Sharp. Oh,
And the hands of Palmer in the way, and Judd able to chase that down.
oh, and the hands of
Likewise.
Thorne at the other end. So both goalkeepers getting hand to ball early in this second quarter. Oh, that height from McCarthy through that centre. The Saints get another one back. 19 plays 12 on the Avis Aubrey Wangaratta scoreboard. The other games close at quarter time.
Yes, a
Tam?
couple of close games happening today, Ree. We had North Albury trailing Corowa by 2, 6 goals to 8. Wodonga just a 1-goal lead now over Wangaratta, 14 plays 13. That should be an absolute cracking game. Albury trailing Yarrawonga by 2, 7 goals to 9. And Raiders with a 1-goal lead over Lavington. They've come back a little bit. So certainly some close ones we'll be keeping an eye on.
Absolutely. I think a team, given that they are on the bottom of the ladder, but Albury have certainly the last few weeks brought their score levels in a little bit and started to get a few more goals, on the scoreboard as well.
Yeah, they have. Starting to find some stability. And it's tight. We've, looking at the ladder, Yarrawonga obviously 2 goals clear on Raiders. And they have a game clear on North Albury, Wodonga and Lavington, who all sit on the same points, with Wang only 2 points behind them. So, that 5, really from 3 down to 6 is absolutely anyone's at the moment, as we see Zara Hazeldean just can't sink it. A bit of a fight for the ball between the shooters, and Rovers will take the throw in.
And an interesting stat on that ladder, Tam, though Raiders are sitting in second, their percentage is nearly 20% higher than Yarrawonga, who are sitting on top. 519 goals for and 339 against. I mean, Yarrawonga 469 goals for and 347 against. So, yeah, just interesting how that falls.
It is. So, yeah, Raiders obviously putting big numbers up, but Wodonga the next highest scoring team. So, putting big numbers up.
And the Rovers take their score to 20, leading the Saints 12. Just under 4 minutes gone on the NZ Albury time clock. Oh.
And the drive there from Sharp, she just was not ball side there, and Palmer was between her and the passer. Passer wasn't confident giving that off, probably the right choice, and just forced the error further down the court.
Oh,
and a miscommunication.
Yep. Straight through the hands.
Way finds Reedy a long way down the court. Bros really trying to control the play here and work the ball to circle edge, and did so well. Finds Hazeldean. She takes the Saints to 13.
Nice slash arm from Emma Sharp in goal shooter, the technical term, as so penned by one Sarah Sanini. Oh, and just a couple of errors in the last 2 entries to the Rovers attacking end. Oh, she has been exceptional in the first part of this round 10 clash, has Holly McCarthy in centre for the Rovers.
And having a great season from all reports at VNL level as well. Made her championships debut a few weeks ago for the Western Warriors.
Footwork call. Palmer cannot go in there. Miller. those connections really opening up in that attack. In that attacking play from the Rovers. Thorne stood out of play, and Pasquale takes the Rovers to 22, leading the Saints 13 on the Avis Albury Wangaratta scoreboard. Rovers out to 10, 23 plays 13. Massive weekend last weekend for you and for the association with the Ovens and Murray Opens Interleague team contesting in the association champs, which state champions.
Yeah,
Got a nice ring to it.
It does. First time in 18 years, which they said on the day, and I said, no, it hasn't been that long. It wasn't that long ago when they won it. It happens to be 18 years. But, no, it was incredible. They've come close a number of times, and certainly, you know, most years are either semi-final, grand final teams. But it was really nice. And to go through undefeated is incredible. So just a really well-rounded group. They connected just so well right across the day. 4 shooters, 4 mids, 4 defenders, and regardless of who was on and at what stage, they were able to just do it seamlessly. So, yeah, really well led by Hannah Symes from Yarrawonga. She was just fantastic all day. Emily Stewart had a great day in goal attack when she was on the court as well. So, like, yeah, just incredible, really.
Yeah, and nice too because Murray League, who was the other grand finalist, they'd won last year, so they'd had that taste last year. We made that grand final the year before that and lost by a goal the year that I was coaching. So that was, yeah, the last few years we've been there or thereabouts. So nice for Jodie House to feel that success in the coaching helm.
Yeah, and Tina Way, great intercept. Yeah, and it was Murray League that actually knocked us out in the semis last year. So nice to exact a little bit of revenge up against former Ovens and Murray player in Laura Ryan, who's part of that Murray side. But, yeah, just a really solid performance from the girls all day. 8 games plus 2 finals, and really, really well deserved, particularly off the back of the loss in Bendigo. You know, that was obviously a big margin against an exceptional side, and I think for the group to come back together and not get down about that and, you know, start again. Obviously a couple of different changes in players, but, you know, certainly nothing significant. And, yeah, the way they were able to come back from that really says a lot about the character in the group that were down there and the coaching, you know, of Kelly Keane and Jodie House. And we're back there again tomorrow, Ree. Let's do it all again. So the 15 and under side.
Said to you during the week, you'll be looking forward to sleeping in your own bed one of these weekends soon.
Yeah, the highway's getting monotonous. But, yeah, so the 15 under side will travel down tomorrow, and they have a huge day, 11 games before finals. So it hopefully some of the girls in that side can take it easy today because they are going to know they're alive by the end of tomorrow. But really looking forward. It's our first time having a 15 under side in the association champs pathway. We've only had interleague teams previously, but as we see a beautiful pass from Beck Crowsham to Pasquale, nearly caught her off guard. So really, I guess, you know, just justifies us pulling together a 15 side and playing association champs, the fact they were able to get there. As we see some great triangle work on the circle there between Broads and Reedy. Able to find Hazeldine, and she takes the Saints to 16, trailing the Rovers 27.
The Avis Albury Wangaratta scoreboard. Sorry, there was a slight miscommunication, but it is correct now. 27. Rovers leading Saints 16. Just about to hit the 10-minute mark on the NZ Albury time clock. 28 plays 16. Oh, Palmer. She just had back to ball, but in the right body positioning.
And the throw-in will be taken by Palmer of the Rovers. Myrtleford really having to work for every single goal. Palmer spots McCarthy at the back. She delivers a bullet pass to Crelsham, who likewise tries to do the same to Sister Sammy in the pocket, but doesn't come off. So
And is that one of the Corcoran girls that's rolled into goalkeeper, Tam? Gemma or Miller?
Yes, that is Gemma. Miller is a mid-quarter. Miller will be part of the 15 side tomorrow in Melbourne. Gemma played in the 17 and under side. So just replacing Neve Thorne. So being able to sit off and just have a look at what's been going on.
Oh, lovely positioning there from Pasquale under the post, finishing nicely for the Rovers' 30th goal. 30, leading the Saints 16 on the Avis Aubrey Wangaratta scoreboard.
And Sharp just a bit early on those drives. And, of course, Palmer has a bit of a height advantage over us, so it's creating a lot of doubt in the passer. Almost needs to hold that drive, that extra second.
Hazeldine has been good under post since coming on at quarter time.
Great cover by Way. She got in there very quickly. She knew that pass was probably going to go to Pasquale, and they're able to apply the pressure, but Krelsham, she's just so dangerous, regardless of where she's taking that shot from, Ree.
Always has been too. 31 she has taken the Rovers to. Such great leaders on quarter, the Krelsham sisters, and regardless of who they're playing against, neither ever seems too phased or rattled.
No, they just get the job done, don't they? As you see Hazeldine work the ball closer to post for the Saints, trying to get past the hands of Palmer, and does so. So Saints to 18, and it is Rovers on centre pass.
Nice to see Sammy back at the Rovers this season. She went out to Euroa last year into the Golden Valley League and experienced some success through the season there. But great to see her back in the Rovers colours.
Yeah, particularly with, you know, some of these young ones that are coming through, just to have some of that experience is really important when you're bringing the young players through. As you see, speaking of experience in young players, Bros to Hazeldine.
Oh. Pressured under post. The Saints will get the second opportunity. And a nicely weighted bounce pass from Bros.
Yeah, and strong hold there from Hazeldine. She had the defender on the body, but she was able to protect the space enough to take that pass. So
32 plays 19.
Great give and go from Bet Krelsham.
About a minute and a half left in this first half. Great contest between Cartwright and McCarthy. And Pasquale finishing it off nicely. 33 plays 19 on the Avis Aubrey Wangaratta scoreboard. Oh, Bros really thread the needle between
she's really
all the
pushing
Rovers
the passes.
defenders.
Yeah, and Sharp with a beautiful goal to finish off. 20 plays 33. Rovers for the centre pass.
To the last minute of this second quarter.
Showing a lot of trust in each other, Rovers. Just prepared to let the ball go. Happy to work the short passes. And we've got another bib malfunction. So umpires just stopped the game. It will be the Rovers with the free pass. Back mid-range shot here for Krelsham. Makes no mistake.
34 plays 20 on the Avis Aubrey Wangaratta scoreboard.
So a 2-on-1 here. Goal defence Judd out of play high up in the court. And Hazeldine sweeping
Baseline.
The back of the court there, and takes the Saints to 21.
So we enter the last few seconds of this first half. The Rovers very much in control on the scoreboard. Can they get another quick goal on the stroke of halftime? Krelsham says yes, they can. 34 plays 21. Whoa.
Oh,
beaten by the buzzer. That is the first half. This is O&M Live Netball, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
SS&A, this is your place.
All right. I love you. Have a good shift.
The all-new Nissan Navara, built for the grid shift.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Explore where your new home begins. Discover our designs. Discover local land. Discover what's possible. Visit Sundancer Homes' new sales centre and showroom at 482 Kiowa Street, Albury.
I reckon I'll go mid.
Carlton Dry 3.5. Embrace the mid.
This goes out to all the athletes, the fitness buffs, and the huff and puffs. On your marks, get set. Find your perfect fit at the athlete's foot.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
But just probably lacking that, like I said, connection and almost trust to give off, which is due to the defensive pressure of the Rovers.
And I think Minna Lamb would be really happy with the first half effort from the Rovers, and I guess now their challenge will be to maybe try and push this lead out a little bit further and not let the Saints creep back into the game.
Yeah, and look, Sammy Crosham sitting on 20 goals from 22 attempts. She's having a huge influence on this game. And as we said earlier, regardless of whether she gets it close or out, you know, she needs to be watched. So they'll need to look at how they're going to stop her influence.
Holly McCarthy for the Rovers taking the centre pass to start this third quarter thanks to JJ's waste and recycling. Oh,
For Myrtleford, as we see, Sammy Crousham, first goal for the quarter of the Rovers. For Myrtleford, Zara Hazeldene's actually the highest goal scorer with 8 from 10, and she's only had the quarter. So she's certainly having an impact since she came on.
Oh, Judd did so well. She was wrong-footed then, but managed to. Oh,
so Reedy had no idea what it was. She just threw the arms up and hoped for the best.
She's moved into wing defence, and is that Miller Corcoran that's come on into centre? So the sisters swapping over their court time for the Rovers. Oh,
so next
how's that for a bullet pass?
And no changes for the Rovers.
37 plays, 21 on the JJ's waste and recycling scoreboard. Miller in wing defence as well for the Rovers. Been nice and consistent through this first half. And nothing but net there. 38 plays, 21. Minute and a half gone on the NZ Albury time clock.
And that's that pressure that Rovers are placing on the Myrtleford centre pass, and particularly that second phase. A held ball there off the line. Judd looking for someone.
Oh, that wasn't.
I think that was McCarthy, who was in the pocket and then wasn't. But well read by Pasquale to pop up and take that.
Reedy's just helped McCarthy back up from a bump that wasn't seen. 39 goals now for the Rovers.
Right idea, and Pasquale did well there not to make contact with the post.
And
to her advantage.
Cartwright did as well and tapped the ball backwards, but disappointing that there wasn't a finish in that instance from the Rovers. But what can the Saints do here? And nice rebound from Judd. She's been very consistent in the first half as well, has Lara Judd.
Miller to Beck Crousham to Sammy, and there's that very, very quick double play between the sisters. But Reedy comes through and played it down the court, got it to Hazeldine.
Oh,
but
Palmer.
Palmer, well watched. The big, big ball. It was always going to be a risk. And it's probably those flashes that have cost them. They've done the work, they've got the turnover, and they've sort of thrown it away with some lofty passes like that. As we see Pasquale for the Rovers. Make no mistake, they hit 40, leading the Saints 21. Saints with the centre pass.
That's a nice passage of play from the Saints. Hazeldine, deserved the finish, but the Rovers under post, rebounding beautifully, and are on the attack once again.
Thorne came out, collected her own player. They're having a laugh.
A little laugh about it. Contested ball. The jump from Cartwright was beautiful, but the post was found. 41, 20 goal lead. The Rovers hold over the Saints 21. JJ's waste and recycling scoreboard.
And around the grounds, there's some tight games going on, Ree. It's Roos with a 1-goal lead over the Hoppers, so it's game on at Bunton Park. Wodonga are now 2 goals up on Wangaratta. That lead just keeps ebbing
Seesawing.
and flowing. Yes. Yarrawonga extending their lead slightly against Albury out to 6 goals there, and it's a Raiders 6 goals over Lamington. Very low scoring. I'm wondering if there's a lot of rain
hanging
in Albury
around.
and Wodonga, or Albury, because there's very, very low scoring games up that end of the region.
Saints getting one back, but the Rovers 20-goal lead here. Oh, and the Saints like it. They've held it up again. A couple of milestones being played today too, Tam. Jess Garland for North Albury, her 100th A-grade game, which is really surprising that it seems like it should be more than that. And that's through North Albury and Albury Tigers. But the stat that I loved in amongst that, she's had 5 Hotshot Awards, which is incredible to shoot so consistently at such a high percentage.
Yeah, she has, and just been really consistent over the years. Whether she started at North Albury, spent some years at Albury Tigers, and then now back at North Albury this year. And three girls in between all of that. So some time at Yakandanda as well. So yeah, look, congratulations to Jess. She's just always been really, really steady, and you know what you're going to get with her.
Oh, absolutely, and the goal goes in from Sharp. 42 plays 23 at the Pigeons. Jackie Oswald, Jackie Flanagan playing her 250th club game, and what a gem Jack is. She's just the ultimate hype woman and club person, and I did love that on the socials it was Jack Babes Oswald.
And what a nickname, don't you love that?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's just been around forever. Huge part of Yarrawonga. Both as a player on the court, but I think socially off the court too.
Yeah, I was going to say fierce competitor, great leader, but just one that gets around each and every person, whether you're on her team or on the opposition. I've heard her many times, like on court, like really highlighting and congratulating someone for something great that the opposition did as well. And yeah, another player that's gone off to have some babes as well, and had a few injuries as well, has Jack. So I know that the Pigeons will celebrate her really well today.
Roz came through, but did well to cause any damage there. And it's Rovers after some scrappy play from both sides. It's Rovers that have been able to convert. So again, we're just seeing some rushes of blood with some of these passes. The decision making just dropping off slightly.
44-23, 7.5 minutes gone on the NZ Albury time clock.
Oh, and Sharp looked at the post, hesitated and looked away, but will get the second shot after Judd obstructed, and it makes no mistake. So Saints go to 24, sorry, Rovers on 44.
So the Rovers have extended the margin, but they just can't seem to extend on this. 20 goals at this point, the Saints matching them. Crelcham drops one in, and the other milestone today, Brooke Henwood at the Wangaratta Magpies playing her 150th club game, and there was some great things on their socials.
I love their little interviews.
Yeah.
The mic, they all had to go on the mic.
Yeah. Which is fantastic, and I did see that she said the highlight of her playing career at Magpies was playing in the C Grade 2024 Premiership. So congratulations goes to Brooke as well.
And at Pasquale, another one for the Rovers. They move to 46, and it's their set of pass to come. Crelsham off the line, her bibs just hanging on for dear life as well, as we see McCarthy. And the ball again just worked in really efficiently by the Rovers, not overplaying it, not trying anything too risky, keeping it low, keeping it out of the air, and giving it on that first second to the player that's presenting. As we see Sharp a long way out of the circle.
Corcoran through centre for the Saints has been steady since coming on at half-time.
Sharp did well to get over the hands of Judd there, but couldn't sink it, and it was Rovers on the rebound. Oh! Philip Corcoran had a go. Showed some courage to have a go, but was a little way off. So it's Rovers still with possession. Crelsham, that quick one too, and they just really have not been able to shut down her influence today. We see her miss one of
very few
today.
And Cartwright's been great with the hands over and making sure she stays in play after jumping as well. Sometimes that can be the...
A lot of defenders, you'll hear them talk about how difficult Sammy Crelsham is to play on. She's just so quick. And as we said before, has a great shooting range. So it's not like she has to be in under that post to score. She can do the damage a long way from home as well. And I was listening to the Backstoppers podcast, and they were talking about Georgie Horgis and Maddox sort of said when you're playing on her as a GA, it feels like you're playing on a wing attack. You know, it's just a different style of play. And I think Sammy Crelsham's
I can vouch for that.
Yeah. From when you played on Georgie Horgis?
No, no, from I wish. Sammy Crelsham just...
It'd be like me playing on you without all the talent.
One day we will.
The size difference.
And isn't that going to be a great day of viewing tomorrow, the Suncorp Super Netball first week of finals, 2 games back to back?
Absolutely. Strap yourself in for 2 ripping games. Find a comfy spot on the couch and beverage of choice and lock in for the Arvo.
48 plays 26, 22 goals the margin from the Rovers. Just over 3 minutes left.
Reedy with a great tip. And the footwork and theatrics to keep
now,
that in
if
play.
that doesn't become a reel for the season, I don't know what other footage we need.
I'm going to Morris Middle Night, Tony Wilson, just to see that. Didn't come off for the Saints, but fantastic viewing.
That's a great highlight.
And didn't we have prime position?
Most impressive that went back in.
She did well to get it back in, regardless of how it happened. But to do it between the legs was just another level.
It's like one of those tennis shots where they go under the leg. Lara Judd's been really, really nice under post. I think she's really come a long way since the last time we broadcast the Rovers as well. Just a bit more experience against some of these more experienced campaigners.
Yeah, really agree. And been really disciplined too. The Myrtleford shooters had to work exceptionally hard to get ball.
Sharp, that was a beautiful long-range shot. 22, 49 plays, 27 on the JJ's Waste and Recycling scoreboard. 2.5 minutes to go in this third quarter.
Great turn and block by Thorne allowed her to pick up the rebound. So Saints moving the ball through the centre. Bros looking long. Just have to go back to the line to reset to the Saints.
Nice triangle and great finish.
Hazelveen looks in.
And there's a tangle of legs under post.
I think the umpire has deemed it a penalty the way of the Myrtleford Saints. Yeah, actually, Sharp did well to come out of that with not having hurt herself because it didn't look pretty the way she went down. But McCarthy for the Rovers to Crelsham, so they're back in attacking mode. Sammy Crelsham, and again, that triangle work between the feeders and the shooters. Really beating the Saints defenders at this stage.
Rovers mark the half a ton 50, which is a nice score tally as well, with knowing that we still have a quarter to go.
Holly McCarthy does an Emily Brown, takes the intercept on the circle. And pinpoint pass. Miller saw McCarthy, top of the circle, prime position, and just had the courage to launch that ball to her, and they've finished off and moved to 51. I think that's the thing with the Rovers. So they've been prepared to release ball when it's been on, whether that's, they've given off the short ones when they needed to, but if the long one's been on like that, they've given it. Didn't come off that time, but most of the time it has. And I think that just shows great faith in each other.
And now that they've got the score advantage that they do too, they can afford to give a couple of those away. Judd just half a centimetre away. And in back play, that's Samantha Braithwaite in goalkeeper that's rolled on for the Rovers. Apologies, Samantha. And the siren marks 3/4 time. The Rovers 51 leading the Saints 29. This is O&M Live Netball, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
SS&A, this is your place.
All right. I love you. Have a good shift.
The all-new Nissan Navara, built for the grid shift.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Explore where your new home begins. Discover our designs. Discover local land. Discover what's possible. Visit Sundancer Homes' new sales centre and showroom at 482 Kiowa Street, Albury.
I reckon I'll go mid.
Carlton Drive 3.5. Embrace the mid.
This goes out to all the athletes, the fitness buffs, and the huff and puffs. On your marks, get set. Find your perfect fit at the athlete's foot.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
Change. And interesting, this probably looked like it was going to be one of the games of the round score-wise, but there's some absolute doozies going on up the highway. Coro with a 9-goal lead over North Albury, and that, if they can hold on and win that really hurts North Albury in terms of ladder position. Coro is sitting 7th, but, a few games away from the 5. So probably one that North would have liked to have got. Wodonga and Wang, they're sitting on 35 goals apiece, and Wang 2 points behind Wodonga, again, have the opportunity here to disrupt that top 5. Yarrawonga have moved ahead of Albury, and Lavington certainly staying with Raiders, only 3 goals down. So, again, they'd be hoping to try and snag that win and just put some distance between them and Wangaratta and maybe get one over North Albury and Wodonga. So, look, the ladder could get a real shake-up after today, depending on how those results fall.
And we mentioned at the top of the broadcast that we're at round 10, so over halfway. So we're getting to that point where teams are going to be playing each other for the second time, and those positions will be really important. 52 plays 32 here on the Border Bandag scoreboard. Myrtleford have really come out and created a few quick turnovers, which they've capitalised on. McCarthy looked to do the same for the Rovers, but deemed a little too close, and Emma Sharp gets them back to 19. 52 plays 33.
Miller and Judd just happy to be patient and wait for something to open up.
Oh,
and Rovers really set up wide there, opened up the court, gave themselves a lot of space to move into. Crowsham with a very rare miss. And Myrtleford with the turnover, so another opportunity to score. Thorne finds Reedy through the middle.
The Rovers, they've been really on song today. They would love to push out this lead in this final quarter.
And Sharp just falling after going for that ball, but she's okay and gotten up.
McCarthy, she's definitely put her stamp on the Revel Player of the Day, as have both shooters for the Rovers. And Crelcham takes them to 53. I think Lara Judd as well in goal defence has been a great fighter for the Rovers today.
Oh, and McCarthy saw it. Just couldn't come through cleanly. So Broads will take the penalty for Myrtleford. Goes to Reedy on the circle edge. Hazeldine looks to sweep, but Judd interrupts that play, and it's Rovers. The ball back in hand, and they're very quickly. That got through 2 sets of defenders' hands and found Pasquale on the baseline. Pinpoint pass from McCarthy.
54 plays 33 on the Border Bandag scoreboard. I guess for the Rovers too, like the court's been really open for them today, and they've connected some really slick passages of play that'll give them a lot of confidence going into playing some of the teams that they were able to stand with for half, maybe 3/4 of a game, how they can now use this momentum into playing teams with the calibre of a Raiders and Yarrawonga, and just try and push the margins back, but really contest for 4 quarters.
And I think learning how to start to dictate that play, like there's been certainly a lot of times where they look like they've really spread their setup, and that's taken the Myrtleford defenders wide, and it's created space for them then to drive into, and they've timed those leads really well. So sort of dictating the play a little bit more, which they'll, hopefully have confidence to do against some of those top sides.
Oh, offside first. That was a big ball.
So Sammy Crowsham will step in, take the shot, and like she has all day, will sink it. 57 plays 33.
Just about to hit the 5-minute mark in this 4th and final quarter.
Oh, and Judd, beautifully timed.
McDonald's rolled into the goal shooter position here for the Saints. So they've got both youngsters in under the ring. And another finish from Sammy Krelcham in goal attack. Oh, beautiful feed. Oh, Thorne just got tangled up with the post. It should be a pass only for the Rovers.
Krelcham again. Just beautiful. She just never deviates from that shot, does she? So consistent.
Her stats today would have to be 90 plus in the percentage. Oh. And a nice finish from Claire McDonald in goal shooter for the Saints. 59 plays 34 on the Border Bandag scoreboard.
Yeah, look, both shooters for Rovers. Sammy Krelcham sitting 34 from 39 and Pasquale 25 from 30. So certainly making the most of their opportunities. The Rovers. And look, likewise, the Saints' percentages aren't low. They just haven't had the scoring shots that the Rovers have had.
Oh. 60 the Rovers have hit. We're not even halfway through this fourth quarter. Oh. Good pressure from Braithwaite.
And no mistake there from Krelcham. 61 plays 34. And next week's game will be the game between 1 and 2 Yarrawonga travelling to the Raiders to take on them. So that will be a fantastic game to see too. Just to see where sides, we know both sides are going to be up there. Raiders have had that loss a few weeks ago to North Albury. They did go down to Yarrawonga first round, but I don't know how much you take out of the first round game. They didn't have Emily Stewart in that game either. They'll be certainly looking forward to putting up a better performance this time round and just seeing where they're at against a side like Yarrawonga.
Absolutely. Saints go to 35. That will be one for the ages, and I really hope that the wet weather stays away and it's a nice dry day so that both teams can be seen at their best. Oh. And beautiful play from the Rovers. They extend their lead. 63 plays 35.
And the derby here on Sunday between the Wang Rovers and the Magpies. So Rovers will have a really confidence-boosting win today, and that'll be great for them going into the game
derby
against the neighbours across the road in the Magpies, who are in a tussle with the Wodonga Bulldogs up at Martin Park. Seven goals that's gone out to Wodonga with the lead there. So Wangaratta, hard to get a read on them this season. They've certainly been quite up and down.
And even last week, we saw some real brilliance. So they obviously won that game against North Albury, but I think we await to see them on a really dry day as well. I think for both teams, the little bit of grit from the rain on the court slowed things down a little bit. But certainly they showed that on a good day they can really put a great performance out.
And Reedy just gets her hands in the mix there.
Oh, and it's just getting a bit scrappy in the latter parts of this round 10 clash.
I think umpire contact call, but I actually wonder if it was a teammate that may have been the main contact there. But anyway, Myrtleford retain possession. Broads with the double play to circle edge, but really struggling to get past the hands of McCarthy, who just sagged and stopped that feeder-to-feeder pass, but that one there deemed short pass between the Myrtleford shooters. So Rovers with ball back in hand. We're going to see Emma Sharp roll back into the game into goal attack.
Yep.
And Hazeldine off, and likewise Palmer back into keeper for the Rovers, replacing Braithwaite.
30 goals is the lead for the Rovers. Still just under 5 minutes left to play. Oh, everyone wanting a piece of the action. Very much a full court effort from the Rovers to be leading by such a considerable amount. Oh, great rebound from Sharp. Oh, Taylor Cartwright coming through.
Yeah, and I think when you look at the stats, 76 attempts on goal for the Rovers compared to 48 for Myrtleford. So for Myrtleford, it's just about being able to try and find a shooter, as we see
them do so. 65 plays, 36 on the Border Bandag scoreboard.
Pasquale just pushes it up and makes no mistake.
I think Minna will be really proud too that the Rovers girls have worked, as we said at halftime, to extend this lead and have tried to really maintain concentration, because when you're leading by so much, that can sometimes be what tends to go, but they've put the foot down and continued to do so.
And look, Minna's such a positive personality and influence on these players, and I think she'll be, certainly talking to them about continue to believe, continue doing the work, believe in yourself, keep the work rate up, and the rewards will start to come, and I think that's what we've seen today.
Great rebound from the Saints. Gemma Corcoran in goal defence.
Sharp having to go back to Corcoran. Miller, that is.
Actually, that wouldn't happen very often. Sisters playing against sisters on the line. Goal attack and wing attack.
No,
playing,
actually, yes. Get a photo of that.
Goal defence and wing defence. Wouldn't happen very often.
You're right. That would be a rarity.
Maybe in the days of the O'Kanes versus the Davis sisters.
Yeah, potentially.
Potentially.
Yeah, yep.
Maybe the Brozzers at training.
That could have happened too. And well weighted, smart from Sharp. She could see McDonald was coming back, and she just waited and placed that ball beautifully. So Myrtleford, another one on the board in the late stages of this game. Coach Liv Lespina will be in the car and off down the highway, coaching the 15 under side for the Ovens and Murray tomorrow. So a big weekend of netball for her.
67 plays, 38 on the Border Bandag scoreboard. Just over 1 minute to go. Oh, Pasquale.
And Reed, down there last week, it was the male competition held on the same day as the Open, and we got to watch a bit of the Wodonga 17 and under side play. Darcy Lockhart is a member of that side. He's was named not long ago in the national 17s side, I think it was. So, daughter of Rhonda, who is a driving force behind netball Wodonga. So, yeah, it was really great to see that competition as well.
And I think until you see men's netball firsthand and live, you underestimate how quick it is. When I was playing up in Sydney, the New South Wales men's team would train before we played our state league competition, and they, athleticism-wise, exceptional. Oh, the Rovers like that one. Oh. But the Saints reply, and quickly.
Yeah, great drive by McDonald. She's moved really well when she's been on the court today. Oh, and Corcoran, great defensive effort.
68 plays, 39 seconds remaining, and Pasquale will get a shot at goal after the siren, and connects.
The bench like it.
69, the Rovers defeat the Saints 39. Players will shake hands and we will get our Player of the Day hard to pick when it is such a strong performance from all players. As it is, Sammy Crelcham, full game at goal attack for the Rovers. Our Revel player of the day. Sammy, I'll give you those ones. And just take that one. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Congratulations. Second win of the season, but probably best four-quarter effort for you guys as a team.
Absolutely. I think we've had a few slow starts, so to start really strong was really important for us today, and to be able to do that and win the first quarter by 6, I think it was really positive for us, and to be able to keep pushing through for the game.
We said that, and speaking a minute before the game, she said how well you guys have kind of gone for two quarters, going into that second half, and then kind of other teams just kicking away. So we said that we thought her instructions would be to get that lead and then just keep pushing. You yourself were instrumental in that circle with Sophia. It was beautiful to watch. It really seemed like lots of space opened up.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Sophia and I, because we haven't played together till this year, have just been building and trying to do different things while we're in the ring. She can hold, she can move, her timing's amazing, and I can just sweep the front nicely. It just comes straight in, which is always good, and if I'm free, it's great, and if not, she's free behind and strong in the air. So
yeah, you could really see there was such a strong connection between you guys, and I think the other thing for me that stood out was the trust that you had in each other all the way down the court. You didn't have to get off the big fancy ones. You're prepared just to work the short ones, release to someone when they're there, and then wait for that to open up, and that really worked well around your attacking end.
Yeah, we've also been working really hard on getting really strong position on the circle to be able to refeed and not doing the shooter to shooter too much and getting the angles. So I think Beck and Holly presented really well in the circle today and fed beautifully to both of us.
There was lots of triangles. So
yes. We've been working on that.
There's a few really good highlights in there as well, and obviously it gives you a lot of confidence coming up against playing those top 5 sides again in this second half of the season. What do you think the goals are for your team going into the second half of the season? Yeah,
we've got a few games that we'd love to push teams. Obviously just staying competitive is really important for us, not letting teams run away with it. So even last week against Yarra, we lost 9-0 at the start of the game, but we only lost the game by 20. So if you take away those 9 goals, it's a pretty good game. So we want to be the competitive team and not be the easy game for everyone, and hopefully win a couple that we lost the first time round.
Absolutely, and I think you're well on your way to that. Enjoy the win. I know that Minna will be stoked for all of you, but a great, team effort today. You don't get a scoreline like that without all players, and good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much, and Tam will just get a beautiful photo of you, nice and sweaty. Beautiful. Thanks, Sammy. Our Revel player of the day, and what a day out Sammy had under post, Tam. I think today's was a win for the ages for the Rovers.
Yeah, and look, hopefully they can come back and re-watch that and see what they did well. And there might be some things they pick up they want to work on as well, but I think take a lot of confidence out the stuff that they did really well, and going to next week's derby against the Magpies full of confidence.
On an O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.